the cleaning. Darling, is the food not ready? Baby, I hope you paid the bills. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. Yeah, so if this is your first time of seeing my face, you're welcome. Please join the family because we have a good time on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, so in today's video we'll be talking about resentment. I think resentment tends to arise when one partner, one spouse is either knowingly or unknowingly taking advantage of the other or taking the other for granted. Yeah, so what are the causes of resentment in marriages? Number one, when partners do not prioritize the relationship in the same way. When they are not on the same page, they do not talk about the relationship. They don't put in the same effort, the same energy. When all the energy, time, effort, commitment comes from just one person, it can be really exhausting and it can lead to resentment. When it feels like one partner is not putting as much energy, as much effort as the other partner, it can lead to the other partner feeling resentful of the time, energy, and efforts they are putting in. Let me share a bit of my story. Years ago, when I got married, by the grace of God, I'm 8 years now in marriage. 8 years plus, going to 9 years. So the early years of my marriage, 1 year, 2 years, this used to be my story, kind of. Okay, so this used to be my story then. That was the early years of my marriage. So my husband goes to work, and when he comes back, I just want to share this part of my story, and with the hope that it will inspire and help someone out there, because this used to be a challenge to me then, when it feels as if the same energy or the same time you put in is not also giving back in this area. Okay, so my husband goes to work and he brings work back home. Yeah, I think this is just the area that I wasn't comfortable with it then. It made me kind of feel resentful in a way, if you get what I mean. When he goes to work and even after work, because then he was on rotation, like 2 months out and let's say a few weeks in, maybe like 3 weeks or close to a month in, and throughout his stay at home, he's always on his laptop, replying emails from one meeting to it's not as if there's anything secret, or anything bad he's doing, but he wasn't giving me the time. He's always sitting in the parlor, like from morning till night. He's always on his, in front of his computer. And even when I pass by, sometimes I'm not even noticed. That kind of, Yeah, so, and most of the time when I notice that, what I do, I just retire to my room and just stay all by myself. Maybe sometimes with my phone, just trying to fix myself somewhere, doing one or two things around the house. So he's at home, but somehow it's as if he's not there. Sometimes although I wasn't happy with it, like I wasn't happy with it at that moment, but I'll also tell you how I was able to overcome that. And it didn't lead to resentment, kind of, but it almost led to resentment. How I was able to overcome it. So this happened, months upon months upon months. Whenever he comes back, I wasn't happy with it, because it's like whenever he returns home, it's still as if he's at work. it feels the same, like he's not really there. So we don't really spend that much time. We don't really spend that much time discussing, because he's always on his laptop, you know, from morning till evening. He's always in front of his laptop, replying emails, and whenever I pass by, I'll see that truly he's replying emails. Sometimes he's communicating, they are, attending meetings upon meetings upon meetings upon meetings upon meetings. But I mean, you're married. You're married. You have someone in the house. What happens to me? So I just like to share this story, and I believe that maybe one or two persons might be going through something like this, or maybe not exactly, but maybe close. And the way God helped me to overcome this, I believe that when I also talk about that, it's also going to help you. You can learn a thing or two on how to overcome resentment or, issues of this kind. Like I said, while defining resentment, it is not something that is actually done deliberately, to hurt you or to make you or to despise you or to let you down. Most of the times, it can be done unknowingly. It can actually be done unknowingly. So, this kept on going on and on and on and on until one day I was fed up. I got it up to here, and then that was before he came back. Before he came back, he told me then that he'll be coming back home soon. And then I told him, okay, I'm happy to receive you, but you're going to do me a favor. He said, anything, baby. So I told him, please, can you come back home without your laptop? That was my simple request. And then he said, but it means I'm not going to reply emails. And then I told him, yes, if you don't reply emails, what's going to happen? He said, actually nothing. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing at all. If you don't join the meeting from home, what's going to happen? Because now you should be off duty. So why are you still working from home? Why are you still working from home? So the time and attention that should be given to me and the kids is also giving, the company is also taking it. So what's the essence of the off? What's the essence? What's the essence of the off, if you get what I mean? So we talked about that on phone, and then he said, okay, no problem, that he wouldn't come back home with it. And I tell you, my beloved, from that day till this moment I'm talking to you, my husband don't work from home again. I mean, when he's done with the duties in the office, it ends in the office. Till the next day he goes back, or till, when he travels back to work, he continues, he picks up whatever from there. So that was how God helped me, and that came to an end, or that was brought to an end. And from that moment, I think I kind of enjoy my relationship, my marriage more. Not that I wasn't enjoying it then, but we just talk in passing. The communication was not really deep. There was not really much time for intimacy, much time for, much conversation. But God helped me. So what am I trying to say? Communication is also key. Communication can help you, because sometimes you may discover that what your partner is really doing is not actually doing it to hurt you. He's not doing it to hurt you, but if you don't discuss it, if you don't let him or her know about your feelings, what you feel about this attitude of his or her, this attitude, how can he or she help? How can he or she come out of it? So number one, communication is key. Communication is key, because when we discussed it, Finally when he came back, he didn't return with his laptop, and his office people and everybody knew that, man, this guy is not around, he's off duty, so everything has to just remain pending till he resumes work. And that was it. Since then, like 2 years after my marriage till this moment, we've never had such to the glory of God. So communication is key, because what I was trying to say, that when we were discussing it, he told me that he never knew that such could make me feel lonely, kind of, if you get what I mean. He never knew. He wasn't doing it to hurt me. It doesn't mean he doesn't love me. It doesn't mean, just like when people say you are married to your job, in quotes, you're married to your job. So he never knew that what he was doing was really hurting me until I opened up. And then from that moment, he quit. When both partners do not prioritize the relationship, maybe they prioritize the job more than you as the wife, or more than you as the husband, it's somehow, and in the long run, it might lead to resentment. So both partners need to come together, put in same energy, put in same amount of time, same amount of effort to make the relationship work. Yeah, so when I actually told him, because there's also one thing I've also observed about men. I know about men, I've been married for 8 years plus. I mean, at least I have little experience about marriage. And not just communicating it, you should also have a better way you're saying it. Because you should know your partner very well. You should understand his mood and know how to say it, when to say it. These things are also very important. How you say it and where, when, and when to say it. They are all very, very vital. So that was it. So when I told him about my feelings, he actually apologized. And he was sorry about it, and said he never knew, because before he married me, he has been like that. That has been his life. He has been working way long before he married me. So, and he's used to such life. When he comes back from work and he just sits in front of his laptop. So he's not doing it to undermine me. He's not doing it, he's not taking me for granted. It's just that he's used to it. And like we all know that being married will not automatically change who you are, but rather it will amplify who you truly are, who you truly are. But rather it will amplify your true personality. Yeah, so he apologized, and then he said he's really sorry, that he can now see better, he can now understand better. He honestly understood my points, and then he decided to give it up. To give it up from that moment, and that was the turning point. So most of the time, it's not really deliberate. It's not really deliberate. It's just something that has, been part of them. It's been part of them. Marrying newly, we just got married. So like I said, if I didn't communicate it, maybe it wouldn't have stopped. He wouldn't have realized it and stopped. So communication is key, my dear. Communication is key. Yeah, so number 2 reasons for resentment is lack of support. I think they are still, both of them, they still connect somehow. But lack of support, it can be, support in any way. If one person is carrying the whole burden of the family, it can be really difficult. It can be really difficult. It's not really easy for one person to bear the whole burden of the family. But when you have support from your partner, you have a supportive partner, it will really help you. It really help the marriage a great deal. So when the partner, when maybe your husband or your wife is not supporting you, it can lead to resentment. So these are the causes of resentment. It can be, just like, for instance, um, you have a call as a husband, you have a call upon your life. So you expect your wife to partner with you, to support you in ministry, support you in any way she can, not working against you. So lack of support is another big cause or big reasons for resentment in marriages. It can be difficult to manage all the demands and needs in a relationship, without the help, the support of your partner. It can really be difficult. So when one partner is struggling alone with house chores, or struggling alone at work to earn money, we need money. So it can leave the partner, the struggling partner, to feel alone in that relationship. Yeah, it can lead the struggling partner to feel alone in that relationship, which can lead to resentment. And one day, pray that that day will not come. And one day, that partner may get angry and say, I'm not doing again. I'm not doing again. And the partner will become resentful. So we need support. We need to support each other. Be it in prayers, be it in ministry, in academics, even in advice, in giving good counsel. We need to support each other. We need each other. That was why the Bible says two are better than one, because they will have a good reward for their labor. So, and like we know, two good heads, not just two heads, but two good heads are better than one, like so many will say. Not just two heads, because there are some two heads that may just be bad. Yeah, so and number 3 is that he or she nags a lot. You don't know how frustrating it can be to stay with a partner, that nags from time to time. Literally nag about everything. Hello, honey. Are you not done cleaning the house? Hi, sugar. When will the food be ready? Baby, why are the clothes still outside? When you have a nagging partner, it feels as if it's only the bad things or the negative things about you that he sees. As if he or she never sees any good thing about you. When you have a nagging partner, it feels as if all he or she notices is, the things that they do not like, rather than every other thing that is wonderful and beautiful, unique about you. It's really terrible, and it can lead to resentment. It can lead to resentment, having a nagging partner. Yeah, so number 4 is when partners take each other for granted. You don't really take each other, seriously. It doesn't matter what the case is. Even when the other is down, the other is depressed, the other is sick, or even happy, you don't really care much about it. You can easily look away. You can easily just look away, and to you it's like, well, fix yourself. So attitudes like this can lead to resentment when you don't value each other. You don't value even the moments you share together. You don't value it. You don't value it. You don't cherish it. You know, you take each other for granted. You don't take each other serious. To the point that even when they are sick, their partner don't even care much. They don't care much. But when they hear that their brother or their sister is sick, you see them running helter skelter. You see them looking, even if they don't have money when their wife or husband is sick. When their brother or cousin or now, auntie or whatever is sick, you see them, in fact, going to the bank to borrow money. They want to take loan. Why? Because they value their own person. They don't value you. They take you for granted. Everything, they just commonize everything about you. These attitudes like this can lead to resentment. Even when you are happy, it does not really change much, in them. Even when you are happy, you're just happy all by yourself. They don't share in your happiness. They don't really share much in your happiness. So neither do they also share much in your anger. So you just do everything all by yourself. You taking each other for granted. You don't really pay attention. Thank you, Jesus. You don't really pay attention to matters that concern each other. You don't really prioritize it. Yes, you don't really prioritize it. They are all still connecting. Yeah, 4 of them are still connecting to each other somehow. So you don't really pay attention to what makes your partner sad or what makes your partner happy. You don't really pay attention to it. You don't care much. You just know you're married to somebody and you both live together, but you don't really pay attention to know why is she frowning or why is he frowning, why is she smiling or why is she not smiling, why is she lying down not true. You don't really care much. You can just walk into the house and just see your partner lying down not true, and you're not bothered. You don't really care. You just walk in and the next moment you walk out. You don't ask questions. You don't care about your partner. You're just doing your own thing, living your own life. It's just like both of you are just in a ship passing in the night. As if you don't really have so much in common. The only thing you have in common is just the roof over your head or the children you bear. That's just the only thing, connecting both of you. So such kind of attitude can really lead to resentment. Partners shouldn't take each other for granted. You shouldn't take each other for granted. You shouldn't nag about everything. You shouldn't nag about everything. You shouldn't you should be supportive. Yeah, you should be supportive. You should prioritize the relationship. Giving the same energy, giving the same time, giving the same effort. Yeah, and the 5th one, the last one is finance. Man, issue of finance in marriage. In fact, this should be a video, as in a whole video on its own. I know that, or I can tell you that 60% of the issues in marriage is caused by finance. Yeah, it's either one partner is spending money recklessly, or the other partner is just being selfish, or one partner is just lazy. It's just one issue or the other about finance. And it's really, most of them are leading to separation. Not just resentment. Most of them has led to separation or divorce. Issue of finance is really a big deal in marriage. So when partners are not really partnering together in when it comes to finance, you know, they don't really share things. They don't talk about, in fact, most of them don't even talk about money. They don't talk about money. They don't share their plans, their goals, their financial goals with each other. They don't talk about it. They are just planning on their own. The other one just planning on their own. They are not being transparent about money. So money issues will always arise in such home. Yeah, there will always be issues about money in such home because both of them are just, they are just doing things separately, doing their own things separately. Or when your partner asks you for money, maybe to attend to a need, you say you don't have. But when a friend or a relative, you know, shows up, and then your partner will see you giving that person money, so you just prefer to give others money than to give to your partner. So the issues about money is just a whole lot. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a thing or two. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video was a blessing to somebody. Please share this video. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Share this video. Subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Give me a thumbs up. Do all the good stuff. God will bless you. God will help you. This year 2023 is a great year for us. I hope to see you at the top. So, till I come your way again, stay blessed and happy. Bye. Love you guys.